What's up, guys? Oh, okay. What's up, guys? Luca here for another episode. I'm here. Shout out to Drab, who's been a member for 24 months, saying, yo, have a great show. Shout out to you, my boy. What's up, Rock? Super Savage Spirit, man. I was on the camera, and then I saw your comment, and I was like, nope. Nope. I'm not getting on cam, man. I'm not getting on cam. You know what you were doing, homeboy. Okay, but what's up? What's up, Gregor? What's up, Spencer? What's up, Rich? Saying gonna be hopping in and out. All goody, my boy. Brain Cells on Fire says, I just got gifted a free Nintendo Switch and we'll be playing Zelda Breath of the Wild for the first time. This game better blow my socks off with the way some of y'all have been throwing it for years. Not me, though, King. I definitely have not been doing that. What's up, Cassie? What's up, John? What's goody?
Enjoy dealing with breaking weapons and finding new weapons to replace your broken weapons.
And enjoy running out of stamina.
Yeah, what's up, Def? Saying Legion of Scum, you know, what's goody? What's up, my boys and girls? What's up? Yeah, we're here. Listen, I know you guys don't want to do it because I fucking don't want to either, but we're gonna fucking do it. All right, we're gonna fucking do it. So introducing Mr. Backslappius. That's not the thing I didn't want to do, by the way, but go ahead.
Yo, what up? That's all I got to say. I'm really tired right now. So I'm
really
gonna bring
tired,
the energy
okay?
as soon as I drink this Red Bull.
I'm gonna coerce someone into verbally accosting you so you can get your energy levels up.
You've done that before.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'm not surprised. Okay.
You shouldn't be surprised. You shouldn't be surprised, actually. What's up, Singer? I know you. I can't wait to talk about this CMA stuff.
Yo! It's your boy from the UK.
Okay, yeah. Why did your people deny?
What?
Hey, come on! I have to do it. Come on.
So
it's my own country.
Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and share our screen because we're going to talk about this CMA bullshit. Okay, so this CMA Gov UK, I had to double fucking check to make sure this was the actual fucking account, right? Saying we've prevented Microsoft from purchasing Activision over concerns that the deal would damage competition in the cloud gaming market. Mind you, there is no fucking cloud gaming market that exists at this time because everyone has failed except for Microsoft. There's nothing there. So it's like, what are you talking about? Leading to less innovation and choice for UK gamers, which is a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie. But Microsoft Activision update deal prevented to protect competition in cloud gaming, right? And then they do this cute little emoji where they're like, look out for our follow-up thread for more details on why we're preventing the merger from taking place. Did they ever put out a follow-up thread?
They did.
All right. What did they say?
I'm pretty sure they gave their reasons in detail.
Okay.
Okay, so he doesn't know.
No, they put out another statement because everyone was clipping from it.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know if they put it out on their Twitter, but I know they put out another statement.
Here we go. Microsoft and Activision merger, a thread on our concerns for the future of cloud gaming. The cloud, actually, you know what? I actually don't care about this. Okay, accounts for estimated 60 to 70%. That's because there's nothing else. Where's my phone? There's nothing else there. So yeah, they just give like all this fucking bullshit. I think it's bullshit personally. What do you guys think?
All right. I'll lead off on this. Now, it's a dumbass way to do it, but it's the only way they could have blocked them. Because, as they told you themselves, they dropped the whole console thing, the whole Call of Duty thing, all of that. Oh no, we made a mistake. Forget about that. We're not worried about Call of Duty and PlayStation. No. They had to go to the one place where Microsoft has a large market share. And, I mean, what makes it even worse is they say, we are protecting the competitors. But the competitors all have come out and said, Boosteroid, GeForce Now, etc. We're cool with the we're cool with it. Let them do it. So you're protecting the competition, but the competition wants the merger to go through. So I don't know how you're protecting them if they want it. But they called us out ages ago. This is the one place where they could have done it. Because they were never going to win the whole idea of Call of Duty PlayStation. That was never going to fly. Hence, they dropped it. So it's stupid, and I'm not even going to get to the politics of the UK right now because that's a whole nother thing, and it's a whole shit show over here right now. So it's I'll leave that to the side. But I don't know why they blocked it over this. It's a market that basically doesn't exist. Who's in it?
I have a theory, and
Go
my
on.
theory is that they
You have
wanted
a
to block
theory?
it.
It didn't matter.
Yeah, it did not matter.
You
That they
know,
basically
we could
just
all come together.
huh?
Buffy. No. Once more
No,
with feeling. What are the lyrics to that song? I got it.
it's
I
been
got
a
a theory.
while. I know. I
You
don't
no, I don't remember either.
but no.
Right.
I think they wanted to block it, but they wanted a built-in excuse to not for people to come. If people came after them for quote unquote protecting a market leader. Well, here's we didn't protect the market leader. We dismissed Sony's concerns. We didn't find their concerns credible at all. But the end result is still the same.
But
So I think that like it is kind of flimsy on the whole cloud side of things. I think they really just wanted to block it because it's Microsoft. They don't like big tech, and big tech buying spending $70 billion in the video game space, which is unprecedented. Yeah, they didn't like that. So they chose a way to regulate it.
you know what's funny about that, Slomo?
What's that?
The government over here. Actually, I'll take you back. In January, they had Microsoft, Amazon, Google, another big tech, and they went on this whole long ass speech about how they want to make the UK the new Silicon Valley. They want the UK.
The
UK? Yes.
fucking real.
Right. No. This is what the government said. This is what they want to happen. And then I was like, so one of the big players in the tech industry just said, nah, fuck you. So why are you asking these companies to invest here when at the same time you're stopping them from doing what they wanted, doing something like this? Of course, then they say, oh, well, Europe's a better place to invest anyway. Well, yeah, of course, because if Europe says yes, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we love Europe, fuck you. And it's just bad to worse because your statement was this, the reality is this. So, hey, man, good luck with. Shout out to us. We're going to become the next Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Watch
Okay.
out.
So, shout out to Meat Puppet, who's been a member for 26 months, saying the gameplay I've seen of Survivor looks good. Have the deluxe edition. I hope you have 0 issues, my boy. Good luck. Let's see here. Shout out to John the Don, who's been a member for 28 months, saying ready for another great show. Even with the ABK deal talk, Armored Core 6 has me interested. How about y'all hit the like button? A Legion of Scum. I actually still need to watch the Armored Core trailer. I've been so busy the last few days. Like last night I went out with my coworkers for one last time.
Yeah.
And then and then this morning I actually volunteered at an event to help young Black males in tech. So I had a really good time doing that this morning, but I've been pretty exhausted. I know it came out a couple days ago, but I've just been so wrapped up in everything that's going on. I'm officially unemployed, baby. So I will definitely be doing my best to get a bunch of videos out the next week because I'm not going to be here on Saturday. I'm going to Boston to go see my sister to graduation. So no show on Saturday, but like I'll be doing and dropping things throughout the week because I have nothing else to do. Except for like look for another job, obviously. So anyway, I will definitely be looking. I mean, I'll probably just watch the trailer while we're doing the show tonight and then like comment on it later. So yeah, okay. So Slow-Mo, what do you think about? I mean, what else do you think of? What else do you got? I mean, what do you got? Okay, listen. This news came out.
What question are you going to ask?
I don't know what I was
like
So this news came out, and I was just kind of like, oh no, I'm never gonna fucking be free of this goddamn deal. Like, I'm tired. I don't listen. I've been here for years now, so obviously, me being here is a fucking choice, obviously, right? But I just don't understand this community. Like, I just don't. I mean, we all like different things, right? I guess I just don't really get the hobby in like discussing this deal in like detail. Like, I guess I just don't really get it. Like, I don't care. I find it boring. but other people love it for some reason because they can't shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah,
So.
I don't get it either. I like playing games, not talking about 236 page documents that lawyers drew up where I need to have an interpreter, even though it's written in English, but I need an interpreter to help me explain to me what all the terms mean and what they mean by this and that, and then like whole sections of it are redacted, so you don't even know the full scope of what was said. And who gives a crap? I don't care. I do not care. Like, I want this deal to be over. This deal doesn't affect me whether it gets blocked or not. I will play Call of Duty or not play Call of Duty. Like, whether I play it on through Game Pass or buy it is I don't care. But what I do care about is getting on with my gaming life. Okay, like I want, and this, some people might be upset about this. I don't care about that either. I want the EU to block it, please, because I think Microsoft will give up if the EU also blocks it next month. That's now 3 of the top regulators that you were hoping to be on your side all against you. I think they would just give up at that point, and then we don't have to wait until next year for them to find out that the CMA still said no. Because that's the eventual conclusion of this, that the CMA is still going to say no.
All right,
and I don't want to wait a whole year for that.
Shout out to Jaguar Gaming Network. What's up, buddy? Always good to see you. Saying hit the like button or hit the love button. Okay, fine. I'll settle for the like button. Will we ever be free of the Activision bonds? Nope. Meat Puppet says I have Survivor on Series X, and the UK is trying to block it because Sony paid them. Maybe. I don't think they paid them. I think something else is going on. For sure. Because So some of us in the community decided to say some crazy things throughout the last couple of days when this news broke. I won't go into detail on, because there was a couple of people who were saying some crazy shit, right?
There was.
I'm not going to go into any detail, but I will say, here's my thing. Now, mind you, go ahead and quote this fucking video a few months from now, okay? Because this is what I'm going to say. I need y'all to understand this. Y'all need to get some fucking hobbies outside of gaming, all right? Oh, hear me out. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out, please. Gaming is awesome. I love it. I played a bunch of games last year, had a blast, right? Being in my house for long periods of time, for me, this is me. Okay, this is just me. Okay, I know I said y'all, but maybe I'm just talking about me. I'm gonna talk about me. Let me just forget y'all. I'm gonna talk about me. Like, forget y'all I'm not gonna be talking about y'all. I'm talking about me, right? Me personally, the idea of me getting sucked back into the drama that is the Twitter sphere for this community terrifies me. Why? Because I will be scrolling through my timeline, seeing people get upset about the dumbest shit ever. And I'll be like, let me just go back to work. Exactly. And that's it. Exactly. Some of us, when I was working remote, right? I was getting paid to be at home and chill, and I was going live quite often, I was heavily entrenched in the community. And the more time you spend in a space, listen, no matter how strong your strength of will is, right? No matter what your strength of will is, right? No matter what you may think, right? If in some capacity or another, you will be affected by the behaviors around you if you spend a long period of time constantly entrenched in said community, all right? People getting upset about this deal to the point where they were saying, listen, the things that these people were saying, I was like, is it really that serious? Like, it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. A shout out to Bless, who's like L after L after L after L. Exactly. But like, here's the thing, you guys are married with kids. I'm gonna start talking about y'all now. Married with children, and gaming is your escape, and you enjoy hanging out in the community too. That's awesome. It's nice, isn't it? Joining a space where people are like near your age range. You guys think you have things in common, and you get along, and you make new friends. I met my friends from this community too, right? But like, listen, babes, we got to get some hobbies outside of fucking Twitter, man. It's bad out here. You like, because again, like, there's just so many things where I'm just like, last year, I'm just like, I definitely don't care. I was talking to Sophie about this. She was like, You just seem so much happier now. Like you just seem more focused on other things, and I love that for you. Because listen again. Maybe I'm just weak. I have a weak mentality, but you know what I do when it comes to certain things? Because I am easily bored, and so I allow myself to get fucking wrapped up in this nonsense. I am going on these tangents. I saw some crazy shit this weekend or this week with this deal. It's never that fucking serious, in my opinion. Of course, I can't dictate people. Like, I can't control people's language. I can't dictate what you can and cannot say. Freedom of speech, right? But freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. I am allowed to critique your awful hot take. You know what I'm saying? I'm allowed to comment on it, and I'm allowed to be like, your take is atrocious when it has to do with specific things. Now, when it's just general opinions about gaming, like that's whatever. Like general opinions about things, I'm like, okay, I don't who cares? It's your opinion. Like I know I can't change your mind. But other things, y'all know. So anyway, we can just move on from that. So anything else? I mean, does anyone else want to talk about this fucking deal? What like
No. I didn't want to talk about it in the first place.
I only have a closing statement. To cap it off. Basically, if the EU says no, wrap it up. This whole saga will be over. If the EU says yes, we'll see you all in 2024. But also, there is one thing that was brought to my attention, which I did notice. I personally don't think Microsoft has the balls to do what Illumina did. But Illumina is trying to buy that cancer care treatment company. Well, they turned around and said, fuck the regulators, and they're closing the deal. The EU's still out, the FTC is still out. They're like, hang on a minute, we're still investigating. They're like, nah, we're closing the deal. See you later. So, I mean, this this is a risk, but...
So that means they can't sell the drug or whatever in Europe.
Well, I guess, but the thing is, the company doesn't do any business in Europe anyway. So they're like, yeah, we don't
If they
care.
don't do any business in Europe, then why does the CMA and the EU even have a say in whether they?
Because they're regulators and it has to go
through.
No,
the only reason a regulator has a say in a deal is because there's business being done in that country. Like they're not going to have a.
Illumina does business there, but Grail, the other company, doesn't. So only one of them does business in the EU. That's why it has to go through the EU. But yeah, these guys just said, nah, fuck it. We're doing the deal, and we have money, and we're ready to pay whatever fines come our way. So they're like, okay, yeah, fine us out the ass, whatever, we'll pay it. Because they think it's important. I personally think it's important. You know, life-saving technology, sure, do it. But I mean, they could do that, but I don't think they have the balls to do it. So the 22nd of May is when the EU rules. If they say no, wrap it up, kids. We'll hear no more about ABK. Hopefully.
You know, back in the day, this is like, I think it was like late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember exactly when, but I recall Microsoft, actually, it was in the 90s. Microsoft got in trouble for something. And the United States, I think the FTC fined them, was like, we're going to fine you the maximum fine we can fine you, which is like $1 million a day. And Microsoft was like, oh, that's it? All right, cool. And they just took the fine because they were making, I think at that time, they were making like 30 to 35 million a day. So if you're fining me 1 million a day and I'm making 35, all right, so I'm making 29 million a day. So what?
I wish that was me.
I
wish that was me.
So like if that ends up being like the penalty for continuing to go forward with the deal, that like every regulator is fining you the maximum they can fine you, but you with Call of Duty and King and everything else, you're making far more than that, then yeah, maybe they would go ahead and just say, F y'all, we're going to do it anyway. But I just don't see that's the case. I think that was a very different Microsoft being ran by Bill Gates back then. And I don't think Satya has got the sack for that. I think if the EU says no, it's just a wrap. And they'll just move on and take the $70 billion and invest it in their own studios and,
You know they're not
and
gonna do
acquiring other studios. I know they're not going to do that, but that's what they should be doing. I mean, come on.
Thing is, it's hot cash and it's depreciation. You need to buy something.
Hot
You need
who?
to get rid. It's hot cash. You need to
Hot
get rid of it.
cash?
Hot cash, yeah, because
Okay.
they need to get rid of. This is just straight cash, and the way the economy and everything is, it's not doing them any good. So they want to. That's why they wanted to offload 70 billion. If we're being real, because
All
they
right,
need to
well,
get rid.
buy some other people then that actually
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
have the regulators saying you're causing problems. Like, I
there we
don't know.
go.
Buy
Watch
CD
Sega and
Project
Capcom.
Red. That's not
Yeah,
gonna
there we
be-
go.
Buy,
But-
you know, like whatever, like maybe double all your studios, you know, like actual employees or something. I don't know. Like, I don't
You
do
know, you
something
have so
besides this
many-
stupid deal.
I mean, you have so many things they could be doing, but they're not. So yeah, CMA deal.
Right.
Listen, me personally, I was heartbroken when I saw they blocked it. I started tearing up. I was
You
like,
lies.
I have to deal with this for another.
Let me tell you what really
years.
happened, right? Let me tell you what really happened, right? So, like, I sent Luca the tweet from the CMA saying they were blocking it. She calls me cackling. You know, the Luca laugh, right? The cackle. It was a cat. She was cackling, laughing so hard. Today is going to be so funny, and it was absolutely ridiculous. The people who were in their feelings about this and continue to be in their feelings as they try to deal with this new reality. I guess people act like this was like their life or something. I don't know, but it is what it is. I thought it was a funny day. I thought all the spaces were funny and all the
it was
people upset.
hilarious.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Hopefully some of these people have calmed down and get back to being a normal person next week, but we'll see.
Oh, you know that's not gonna happen. All right, so let's talk about Jedi Survivor. Okay, let me just go ahead and pull it up. What's up, buddy?
No, I'm just laughing at Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor is currently. I just don't these. I just don't know. I just don't know at this point. You know what I'm saying? I will say. I mean, of course, do what you want, right? But I would say you guys should consider not pre-ordering before the game comes out. Maybe
Please
you
don't.
know.
Don't pre-order anything, honestly.
Yeah, like maybe.
Were you hello?
Hello, Luca, you good?
We'll never know what the end of that sentence was.
Yep,
But,
we will.
I mean, look, the game is broken. They released the unfinished game. That's and this has been a common theme of something that's been happening this entire year of developers and publishers releasing unfinished games. Lucas says, "OMG, Microsoft got
Got
my ass." Oh well, you know. Here's what look. Jedi Survivor has released on all platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, PC. It is not performing great on any of them. Performance mode is not barely hitting 60 FPS on consoles. People are seeing HDR doesn't work on PlayStation. People are seeing all kinds of issues and whatnot happening on Xbox. On PC, it's even worse. On PC, you got even 4090s not being able to play the game at 60 FPS. It's not even using like I can say for myself, the game averages between 45 to 60 frames per second on my rig, and it's not even like maxing out anything. Both my CPU, my GPU are showing 50% utilization. I'm just sitting here like, what is happening? It's just a little stuttery mess, and it's just like, why did y'all release this? And I think the statement about their statement in regards to this was the most freaking nonsense statement that I can't believe they even said that nonsense, that they didn't acknowledge at all that the consoles were having issues, and just said, "Oh, well, some of a percentage of PC gamers are having problems." No fool, literally everybody is. Like, what are you talking about? So, like, Singer, have you played this yet? What are your thoughts on it?
Yes. Okay. So I did the smart decision.
What
I
was
didn't
that?
buy the game. I used the PC exclusive subservice from EA.
I did that too.
I paid the 15, and I was like, let's see how this goes.
Mhm.
I'm so glad I did, because I ain't missing a thing. I'm like, okay, I paid 15. I can live with it. I mean, I could just go download FIFA real quick and play some FIFA. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not
I
gonna
got
miss
the
that.
statement. If you want me to read the statement real quick.
Yeah. Go for the
Okay.
statement.
Okay, so let me try to convey some actual like empathy. I guess what EA thought they were doing when they wrote this statement. We are aware that Star Wars Jedi Survivor isn't performing to our standards for a percentage of our PC players, in particular those with high-end machines or certain specific configurations. For example, players using cutting-edge multi-threaded chipsets designed for Windows 11 were encountering problems on Windows 10, or high-end GPUs coupled with piece of trash lower-end CPUs also saw unexpected frame loss. Rest assured, we are working to address these cases and very quickly. While there is no single comprehensive solution for PC performance, the team has been working on fixes we believe would improve performance across a spectrum of configurations. We are committed to fixing these issues as soon as possible, but each patch requires significant testing to ensure we don't introduce even more problems. So, thanks for understanding, and apologies to any of our players experiencing these issues. We wish and continue to take your money. Monitor performance across all platforms. We'll share some updates eventually as we spend your money and as
Not
soon
them
as
saying
available.
sucks to suck. That's basically what that
Exactly. Like, what are you doing?
like what? I'm gonna start having you guys present things for the show, because we are struggling. And by we I mean me. Present things on your screen for the show. You know what I'm saying, right?
That's fine. I know
Yeah.
what you meant. Yeah,
Mhm.
your PC freaked out. Is that what happened?
Yes.
But
Yes,
Okay.
all that power. It was what great timing, because PC Jedi Survivor on PC is, I mean, on all platforms, right? But like, currently spooky on PC as well. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
listen, guys, I just really think at this point that people should be more not, I'm sorry. Words are so important. Language is so important. And I understand that sometimes I just start rambling and, perhaps I speak out of turn. But I will say that I just think it's very unfortunate that the reviewers didn't seem to notice that there were fucking bugs before they put that goddamn 86 out on Metacritic. But I digress, I guess. What's up with that, Slow-Mo?
Can I just say this about that? Their opening statement's first sentence: "We are aware that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is performing to our standards."
What are your standards?
You released the game.
Exactly.
So if it wasn't performing to your standards, why did you launch the game? Like, what do you mean?
this comes back to the performance. Like, when I was playing it, I was like, yeah, no. This ain't it, Chief. And then I started to have conversations. I noticed not too many people were having conversations about, how poorly Jedi Survivor not being finished. And then I was like, well, Redfall wasn't finished, and people are on about this. And then I'm like, but then I've noticed now, and if you notice, PC Gamer was right. Notice how many games come to PC. We've had 6 this year. You had Forspoken running like garbage.
Mind
The
you,
last-
didn't PC Gamer give the game a high review?
Yeah,
It did, but they also made a valid point. So it's kind of you fucked up, but you also made a valid point. So shout out to the guy that did the article, and lucky to the guy who did the review, because they were different people.
Yeah,
Either way,
I know.
we had Forspoken. We had The Last of Us. We had we got Redfall coming up. We've got Jedi Survivor. We had Final Fantasy VII Remake. All these games are coming to PC. Wild Hearts was another one. They're all coming to PC, and they're all unfinished garbage. And then they have to release, shout out to The Last of Us, releasing a 25 gigabyte patch because they fucked up that bad. You're all fucking up because you're rushing the games out. So it's on the publishers and the studios for doing what they did this mess. And it's like, then you're like, but people pirate it. People go for discounts, and they go on. Well, if you feed people trash enough, they're gonna say, you know what, fuck you. I ain't giving you none of my money. And that's your right as a consumer. You don't have to. And they enable certain actions to be taken. That's why I went for the subservice, because AAA development now is garbage. If you want a good solid game out of the box, your best bet is a AA or an indie. I'm sorry to say, they have less money, but the shit ain't broken at launch, most likely. So it's a problem with AAA game development right now. Redfall, there's a million examples out there. Cyberpunk, shout out to CD Projekt Red. Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, look, I want to share my screen real quick.
All right.
This is a developer. His name is Dale Walker. He is he's a character design artist. He actually did the character design for Deadshot, for Suicide Squad. He worked on Jedi Survivor as well. He currently works at Naughty Dog.
Go ahead and hit that zoom button, my boy.
Oh, I thought I did. Is it
just
not zooming?
hit it up a little more.
There we go. Okay, so in response to PC Gamer saying this now makes like the sixth, well, they were quoting a reviewer saying this now makes the sixth AAA game to release broken on PC at launch this year. Dell's response is, when making a game for a console, you're making it for one set of drivers / hardware. When making a game for PC, you're making it for like 900 plus possible combinations. I promise you, it's not laziness. It's just really, really, really difficult. He said something can really look and feel ready until you release it to millions of people. Developers are trying really hard, but it's not easy when dealing with unstandardized platforms, especially with how complex and graphically intensive modern video games are.
Okay, can I stop you for 1 second?
Yeah.
Can he explain all the developers who do release games that work?
Which is a majority of them?
Yeah. Which I was going to say that, because like people have, especially console gamers, because they don't know anything about PC, they have this misconception that every game on PC release is broken, but that's not the case. It's really like these are like kind of one-off. They are the minority, and therefore when they do release broken, they get a lot of attention because it's like, what the heck? Why is this game so broken? And it's and people also ignore that like HiFi Rush released on PC with no issues, and one of the developers from HiFi Rush said why the game released with no issues, and it's just like that just gets washed over because clearly none of these other developers are doing that. But I'll continue. He says, "Welp, that's a lot of angry replies." There's a bunch of exhausted men and women using weekends and evenings to get a patch out for you. I only wanted to state this stuff is difficult and problems are often unforeseen. Devs are trying hard and will try harder in the future. Heart emoji. I'm getting cooked in these quote retweets. Like, I know the sound ain't really, but he's like, man, I'm getting cooked. That's the clip there.
I mean, I like the way he's taking it, though. I really like the way he's taking it.
He's a pretty cool guy. I like following him because he's got good takes on gaming stuff, and he doesn't act like a pretentious douchebag like some devs do.
Oh. I mean, you say what you had to say, and I'm gonna stand by you.
I understand his point of view, and it's completely valid, and everyone's cooking him. Probably because they're like some fanboys of some sort. But it's like, it's really, really
Why
difficult.
do they have to be fanboys? Why can't they just be Like-
If people are attacking devs on Twitter as fanboys
I
or
don't agree with
console
that.
warriors,
I
yeah.
don't agree with that. I think they get jumped by a variety of people.
Oh, yeah,
Either way,
and also I wanted to explain just like the gist of what the Tango GameWorks developer said they did to make sure HiFi Rush worked at launch. They said that they took, when they did their QA testing, they didn't just take a bunch of PCs that all had the same like similar configuration or similar GPU architecture. They took various different architectures for, let's say, take NVIDIA for example. They had like, and also they kept uninstalling the game every time they would do a new build so that like they could have to recompile shaders again. So they would make sure they had all the shaders compiled that would be necessary in the game, because DX11 used to do that for them, but DX12 doesn't. So well, it does, but it doesn't do all of them. So that's an additional step in QA testing that they have to do. But they said they would, like, instead of just having a bunch of PCs all having similar configurations, they would have, like, say, one that's running like a 1000 series card, another running a 2000 series card, another running a 3000 series, 4000 series, so on and so forth. So that, like, because each architecture is doing compiling shaders differently, they're all doing it differently, therefore they all need to be tested separately. And so that's how they were able to do that, and multiple rounds of doing that allowed them to launch the game with no problems. Now Tango GameWorks with a AA game was able to get that figured out. I think much bigger studios should be able to do this too.
Okay, so Singer, apologies for interrupting. I'm sorry I
My bad,
interrupted
bro.
you. Go ahead and finish your thought.
yeah. I understand what he's doing, but the thing is, there's so many people that just release games on the regular and they just work perfectly fine. And I don't know how some people, it's like the odd minority have issues, and they're generally in the same company as well, which is kind of scratch my head. And okay, you might not have experience producing on PC. Let's take Naughty Dog. Obviously, they don't have experience releasing games on PC, so okay, I can kind of see it. But EA? No, it's not that it's really, really difficult. What happened was they said, get this game out now. And they said, okay, we'll get the game out now. It's not finished, but we'll get the game out now. And that's what happened. It's not really, really difficult. If they were given the time and allowed to delay the game, it'd come out squeaky clean on PC. And I think that's just the reality of AAA game development now. The publisher will tell you, we want this game out now to make our fiscal or quarterly financials.
Or to coincide with a TV show. Go ahead.
Or to coincide with the TV show, yeah. Because, they see the money and they're like, push it out regardless, and we could just fix it later. And there you have it. You're in this situation. There's people who take their time. Shout out to Capcom. They take their time. The games come out looking good. So, I don't know.
All right.
I
hope.
You want me to show this, Luca?
Oh, hold on one second. I hope for everyone who's been playing Jedi Survivor that you guys are having a good time and you're not dealing with too many bugs. Again, this is just another unfortunate situation in which a bad launch has, I hear the game's amazing. Like once you get past all the bugs, it's actually really good, and it sucks. Like, I'm telling you, bugs are something I've always been consistent on. If your game is releasing to the point where it's like super buggy, like bugs in games, that's natural, right? That's going to happen. But bugs to the point where it's breaking shit for people, that's unacceptable, and your game should be docked for that. You should lose out financially, and you should also lose out in terms of what score you get. The fact that, did the pre-release code that they got for this goddamn Jedi Survivor just work flawlessly on PC or something, and Xbox and PlayStation? I just don't understand how the game was able to get so many good reviews when it's not working for so many people. But all right, whatever.
I will say though, the combat is great. When it works, combat's amazing. But unfortunately, you can't go 5 minutes.
I actually think combat's a little bit easier than Fallen Order.
You think?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit
I thought
tighter
Fallen
than.
Order was harder.
Oh, well, difficulty, sure, but I think
Yeah.
Survivor has tighter. Like, the combat's been refined to the point where it now feels. It,
I
it,
haven't.
it
You know what?
feels better
I
than
don't know how
Fallen
long
Order.
you play. I haven't played that long. I played like an hour, so I can't really say. You know, I guess as I progress further, maybe I would agree with you. So I'll just say, like, in my very limited time with the game, because I kind of dropped it. Well, I haven't uninstalled it, but I'm just waiting for them to fix it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the patches. Yeah.
Right. So, but like when I played it, I was just like, oh, well, this seems easier. You know, like I wasn't really having any difficulty fighting anybody at all whatsoever. And in Fallen Order felt kind of Souls-ish to me in regards to, like, you're really kind of like fighting these stormtroopers. They may not be able to shoot well, but they can fight. You know, like you really had to. They would put the screws to you if you weren't careful. You
No
know,
lies detected.
like we can't aim and shoot, but we got hands, right? You know, so it's just like I haven't met anyone in Survivor yet that's got hands. I guess that's what I'm saying.
All right. Go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say, don't worry, you'll come across some people with hands.
Oh, by the way, yes, Gregor. How are the Wookiees? Because that was my biggest complaint for Fallen Order. Fallen Order had these anorexic-looking Wookiees who skipped leg day. Like, their legs was just disgusting looking. Like, those did not look like Wookiees in Fallen Order. Have you seen Wookiees in Survivor yet?
No, I haven't come across Wookiees.
Oh boy, they're about to have these ugly-looking Wookiees in there. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Luca.
All right. Let's go ahead and share it slow.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Jez Corden shared
Shout out to my boy Jez.
Yeah, shout out to Jazz of Windows Central. Shared a screenshot of the physical copy of Redfall's box. And as you see here, we got a couple of features for Redfall on Xbox Series consoles. It's optimized for Xbox Series X. Online. No, I was just clearing my throat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Online single player, because like everyone loves playing single player online, right? That's a feature. Online co-op 2 to 4, 4K Ultra HD. You know, even though it's not true 4K, it's probably going to be some kind of dynamic thing. But sure, look at that, 60 frames per second. 60 FPS patch right there. But then at the top here, there's a little tag that they putting on here because they gotta explain things. 60 FPS performance mode not available at launch. So yeah. Great, good times, man.
So no, keep that goddamn sticker up. Okay, keep it up, slow.
You want me to put
bring
it?
it
Okay.
back.
Bring it
Okay?
back. Bring it
Bring
back.
it back. Bring
back the cheap sticker.
I scroll back up.
Okay.
What the fuck does that sticker say again? What does it say?
60 FPS performance
60
mode.
what?
FPS. You can't see it?
No, I know. I was just being
I was like, what? 60 FPS performance mode not available at launch.
Hey, yo, fuck Microsoft.
This sticker, man, y'all a $1 billion corporation, $1 trillion corporation. This is the best y'all can do. Oh my gosh, that's funny. It's funny.
I'm still playing it day one.
You play the
on PC.
I was gonna say play
on
PC.
Exactly.
On PC.
Where you can get 60
hang on a
frames
minute.
per second.
Where else was I gonna play it, Slow-Mo? Where do I play all my games?
Well, you clearly don't play on the Xbox. Which
Clearly.
is why I don't understand why you cap for an Xbox so much.
Because I'm Captain Xbox. Let's go.
Okay. I don't understand why. It's like, I mean, capping for something that you don't have the experience at all. You know, like look, Microsoft and Xbox, they care more about us PC gamers than Xbox gamers.
Hey,
Clearly.
man, I get all
Clearly.
the games
They- you know,
and
they-
Game Pass on PC. I
They-
lose nothing.
They were like, man, like 60 FPS not gonna be out on the Xbox. But what about PC? PC's good. Okay, all right, go ahead, Lon.
Hey, Slumber, I have to ask
Mhm.
you, did you feel like you're a king right now? You're being treated like a king by Microsoft on
Oh
PC?
yeah, absolutely. You know, they
Yeah,
they,
you
they,
know,
they love to treat us well. You know, like they would never do this because they know us PC gamers would not like if they tried to release a version of a game that didn't have unlocked frame rates, like just like the thought of it is hilarious to me. It would not go over well. They would definitely be apologizing, you know, all kinds of stuff, giving people free Game Pass for a month or some crap like that. Like they would definitely take care of it. So yeah, we're definitely first class citizens out here.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Xbox only players though, like you know, you still don't have voting rights yet. That's the kind of like level of citizen you are. Like you can't vote. When you do try to vote, you know, there's burning crosses on your front,
What is
you
going
know,
on?
step. Like that's the kind of
What are you saying right now?
That's the kind
What
of
are you
citizen
saying
you
right
are.
now?
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta fight for your right. You be marching. You know, you guys are like marching
What?
for Phil Spencer to even acknowledge you, which he won't. But
Which
like
one?
it's
The little witchy won't.
it's just funny that this is the situation. You're gonna be playing the game and you're gonna be like, there's gonna be these guys that's gonna be pretending they like it. Like, oh yeah, that was great, man. Hold on. I'm waiting for this ability to go. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So like, I'm loving playing the game. It's so much fun. I don't notice the slow frame rate at all. It doesn't seem like I'm running in molasses or anything. Even though every game I've played for the past 5 years has been at 60 FPS. But sure, no, this is fine. The people are gonna have to make up the lies that they're gonna have to make up in order to justify this. It's what I'm here for. It's the comedy. I love it. I
It's
love
absolutely fucking. I can't even be bad. Like it's just so fucking ridiculous. A shout out to Joe, saying reminds me of the No Man's Sky sticker hiding co-op. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, and you know they're just doing it because it's fucking false advertisement. If they don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta add that shit so people aren't like, wait a second, this says 60 FPS.
Yep,
I
and
mean-
Capono says that Slow-Mo Elden Ring was locked at 60 FPS on PC. Yes, I do remember that. I also remember PC gamers unlocked that frame rate expeditiously. That was done within a week. That was done within a week. So
PC is not console. If you try to lock a game, they are really intelligent, great people who look after us gamers. We look after each other. PC gamers are a family, and if there is an issue,
Family.
if
I'm sorry.
there's an issue, or if you need a mod, there's someone out there to do the job. They will do the job the developers won't, and they are heroes. Not all heroes wear capes, but the mod community are definitely heroes.
there are fixes out there right now for Jedi Survivor. I haven't had the opportunity to implement them yet, but there's people out there that's playing Jedi Survivor with very mid-level rigs at like over 100 frames per second right now. And it has, you know, they're using rebar and a bunch of other things, but like they got it working. they're not waiting for EA to fix it and Respawn to fix it. They're like, nah, we got it, bro. On console though, you have to wait.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
them to fix things for you. Yeah.
Well, sucks to suck, I guess. Like, I mean, there's what else can you really say? What else can you really say other than sucks to suck? Like, this is once again, just a ridiculous situation. And I feel like Microsoft just likes taking L's. And I say Microsoft because at the end of the day, they they own Bethesda. I'm sorry, I'm giggling. They own Bethesda, you know. So it is what it is. I want to do the very. I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Okay, so what are we thinking Redfall is hidden for in terms of Metacritic scores?
Ooh, you know, I'll let you go first.
I didn't hear what Lucas said. I'm sorry. I was busy reading the chat, not paying attention. I
Of course,
apologize.
you never pay attention. I get it. I understand.
Wow.
Notice
said
how
I'm
I was paying
sorry.
attention though,
Exactly.
and
You
reading
were
the
paying
chat.
attention. Shout out to you. Oh, okay. Shout out to you. That is
Just
so
saying.
embarrassing, JT. Holy snapperonis. Holy snapperonis. Anyway, but yeah, so what did I say? Oh, what do you think the Metacritic score is going to be for Redfall?
75.
Luca, I'll go last.
Oh, okay. I don't want to go. I'm not gonna go. Actually, tell me what you guys think in the chat.
No, you can't. You can't.
I
You
can do
can't.
whatever the
You
fuck
can't.
I want.
No, you
Slow-mo.
can't. You can't
Yes,
bow
I
out. You
can.
choose a number.
Yes, I can.
Choose a number.
I want to be the very best. That's the number.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
What
going
number
to
you
go.
say, Slow-mo? 75?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 80, between 80 and 85.
What? Okay. No, that's his choice. I mean, I was initially a little shocked, and then I remembered it's Singer. So no.
Hey, no. Like
right.
I'm gonna shoot for the moon. 80 to 85. That's shooting for the moon.
What's your number?
So I'm gonna read the numbers in the chat.
No. What is your number? Choose a number. Choose.
Ooh, what are you saying to me right now?
Choose a number.
Like, listen, you're not a Deadite. You can't force me to do anything I don't want to do, Slow-mo.
Choose a number the way you choose.
Watch Evil Dead Rise, guys. It's a fun time. Anyway, so let's see here. Let me read the chat. So, 60 says Joe. Smoke says 72. Saber says 60. Eclipse says 80s. Oh, I would be surprised if it hits the 80s. Eclipse, my eyes widened. My eyes were widening. Ganderlad says 69. Blessed 69, dude. Adam says 69. Crispy says 80. Smitty says 68. Max says mid 70. Let's see here. It's Me Baby says Metacritic doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us, King, but it matters to these publishers and developers and some gamers. Let's see here. Thrifty says 5.3. Scott says 75. Hector says 73. Scott also says 72, 75. Bilius says 75 to 80. Super Savage Spirit says 75 at most. If Survivor has an 86, I mean, I don't know if I would compare the two personally, but you know, that's your opinion and I respect it. True Virgil says 56. Eclipse says 76. Will, one of the biggest ponies I know. All right, 85. Smoke says 72.
You must really like Arcane.
The Pyromaniac says 79. Spencer says 75. Gregor says 69. Adam, 69, yes. Smoke says Luca's avoiding an L. Absolutely, King. Me Puppet says 69. Super Savage Spirit says 70 to 75. Pyromancer says 50. Germany, who says 53. Let's see here. Yeah, 53, 69. Ken says 80 on PC, 70 on console. Lucas afraid that Microsoft will shut her podcast down again. Exactly. Texas says 76. Shout out to my boycott. Let's see here. Let's see, if it was a Sony game, it would have gotten to 65. Given the Microsoft bump, I'd say 75. I just love that we're full circle and I'm finally in a generation where instead of people saying Xbox, the media is biased against Xbox, people are now saying the media is biased against PlayStation. I just love the full circle nature of it. It's like really shows that time is like cyclical and like history repeats itself. Anyway, you love Deathloop? Oh my goodness, I'm just shocked.
Hey, Will, it's not the same studio in Arcane that's doing this one. This is Arcane Austin.
Yeah.
Deathloop was Arcane Lyon. So yeah.
If you enjoyed Dishonored 2 and Dishonored, yeah. These are the guys.
This ain't that team either.
It is Arcane Austin.
No, Arcane Austin did Prey and Typhoon Hunter.
Wait.
So Dwayne says 76 and Mixus says 68. I'm sorry, continue.
Well, Prey was a good game anyway. So Prey. Here we go.
I ain't like Prey. Prey's very polarizing.
I find it interesting, like the cosmic horror element of it's pretty interesting. But I don't like. I watched some gameplay and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't think I could play this personally.
Yeah.
I just wasn't interested.
Like I like the story, but playing it was just I couldn't play it. I just could not play the game. I thought the story was good. Typhoon Hunter though, is a very very different from the regular game. It has a great I think Typhoon Hunter. They got the concept for Deathloop kind of from Typhoon Hunter, like the work that was done on Typhoon Hunter. So it's got that time loop thing going on to it. So it's I understand. Look, I'm not saying Arcane Austin's a bad studio or anything. I've never really been big with Arcane anyway, because all their games are first person perspective, but they've always had very floaty gunplay. The gunplay, which has been fine for the most part, because their games have been stealth oriented and not necessarily tight gunplay.
Yeah, Dishonored,
needing to have guns.
best game I played last year, honestly. So,
but yeah, this is different for them though. Redfall it's a game that needs to have good gunplay, and they had some consultations from id Software, but we'll see what happens.
All right, bet. Shout out to Smokes, who's been a scumlord for 22 months, saying Microsoft is out here. Bitch. Microsoft is out here. That's bitch to me because I couldn't read. Microsoft's out here handing out L's, making bots question my. What? What happened, Smokes? Who did that? What the fuck? Making bots question my Africanness. Shaking my head. Anyway, don't Sony do a conference already? It'd be dry out here. They're waiting to find out about this deal before they show their hand, because Sony can't let them know that actually we are the market leaders for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Look at all the extra deals that we made while this whole deal was going down.
Exactly.
It's gonna be pretty fun.
Wow, that's pretty crazy, Smokes. Yeah, no one should be questioning your ethnicity or race over this, but I don't know what y'all be talking about in this community at this point. So I did want to say, what did I want to say? What did you want to say, whore? I can't stop. Dead Rise is such a good movie. Let's see here. Sony confirms that more PC game ports are coming because it's making a ton of money. Slomo, I feel like we've had and by we I mean you've noted this before about PC ports coming from Sony and such, because it makes money, and they showed the stats too.
And it's going to continue, to the dismay of ponies who wish it would stop. It's never going to stop. It's only going to keep coming, and we're going to get your multiplayer games day and day.
Broken, I'm sorry.
And they'll probably be broken, absolutely. And it's going to have crossplay. I know you hate that because you hate seeing us in a match.
I hate seeing y'all too, to be honest.
Pissing on you. We literally kill you and then we piss on your dead body right afterwards because we can mod that in.
My PlayStation bros, are you going to stand for this PC guy saying this nonsense?
They got no choice. They got no choice.
Because you think about it, like their FOV is probably 105, and they're clocking, a stable 60.
My FOV is 105. Now I feel offended. No, I don't use aimbots, Phil Pyro. I'm just that good.
No. But when they let you take the FOV to 120,
y'all be using aimbots with your Cronus Max getting banned on Call of Duty.
Bungie didn't say about that. They called it out. You console mans be cheating.
But no, look, I the maximum, maybe it's just me. Maximum FOV for me is 105 with a regular monitor or TV. I wouldn't go above that unless I was using a ultra wide, a widescreen or something like that.
What? You've never peeked the corner by maxing out the FOV?
No, I don't like the fishbowl effect that happens before that. It just makes the whole screen look weird. I don't do it. But 105, console guys, they're just now getting FOV sliders. It used to be just hey, take this 90 and shut up.
Hey, Slomo, how much you want to bet they still don't know what the FOV slider actually does?
I don't know what it does either, buddy. Go ahead and explain it. Explain it for us ignorant console folks.
Stop it, Luca. You know what it is.
You know what it is, Luca. Come on, man. I know for a fact.
No, but no, no, guys. There's some guys like it's not the same. It's a year or two later. That's for the single player games. That's for the older single player game. That's the single player games. For your multiplayer games, Herman Holtz already said those are day and date. He said that like a year
Mr.
ago.
Holt?
Mr. Holtz, the guy that runs all of the first party, the guy that can make that decision. He made that decision for y'all, so you have to deal with it.
Yeah. All right, folks in the chat, did anything else happen this week gaming wise? Because if not, I'm gonna talk about some things that happened non-gaming wise. Because I would. It doesn't have to be an in-depth conversation, but I do want to discuss Steven Crowder for a second. So,
Okay.
Listen, Steven Crowder, from Louder with Crowder, which is a huge channel, huge personality. He makes a lot of. He's very rich. He's very rich and popular. This video came out not showing him in the best light in the conversation he was having with his 8-month pregnant wife. And I want to say that when it comes to situations like this, when there's video proof of alleged abuse, because abuse isn't just physical, it's also verbal, it's also mental, right? And emotional. When there's like physical proof of that, I just find it unfortunate that some people aren't able to pick up on, honestly speaking, quite honestly, just blatant displays of gaslighting, coercion, and emotional manipulation. You know, I just find it. I do find it unfortunate that some people are unable to pick up on that. But in some cases, people are just ignorant. While in other cases, some people are doing shit like that, and that's why they're like, he didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
He's one of these conservative grifters who claims he's hardcore conservative, hardcore Christian values. Homeboy came out with a claim stating that his wife is divorcing him, but like allegedly he was the one who filed for divorce first before she even realized what was going on. So
Wow.
whatever's happening there, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna wait for more information to come out, but I will say the video itself is pretty damning. But like I've always known we've all known. Everyone who knows who Steven Crowder is, we all have mixed opinions on him. I've always thought he was a piece of shit because he has said some of the most vile, homophobic, transphobic, racist, and sexist things I've ever heard from someone. And I just find it unfortunate that this is the kind of man that people give all their money and attention to, you know? But of course, history repeats itself. It is what it is, right? So, shout out to Me Puppet saying, I have a dream that someday that games will be cheaper and all developers will release complete and unbroken games. But who are we kidding? That will never happen. Exactly, King.
Nope.
Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So Zelda, May 12th. Who's Zelda? Who is that? Who is she? Who's that?
Zelda is she goes
The one killing the game? That Zelda? The one thriving? That Zelda?
Right.
Good luck. Let's see how that game fucking runs, but ready
Gonna
for
make so much money.
Zelda's the
Gonna
one
make
person
so
that
much
always needs
money,
to
it's
be
crazy.
rescued. No, wait, that's Peach. No, wait, I'm getting Nintendo's franchises mixed up. There's always someone who needs to be saved. Shout out to Nintendo.
I knew that y'all in my chat had fucking taste. I'm glad y'all don't know who that is. Let's just keep it moving and let's keep it at that.
I didn't know who. I had heard his name before, but I hadn't wasn't familiar with him until Luca told me earlier this week, and then I saw that video and I was like, wow. So I wish that guy would get set on fire.
Here's my thing. Like I make it a point to follow both conservative and liberal conservative and leftist, right? Like I make a point to follow liberals and conservatives on YouTube because I like to hear both sides and both perspectives before coming to my own conclusion on things. So that's how I found out about him, because I deliberately went out searching for opposing viewpoints. So and let me tell you, let me just move on. Okay, so anyway, we can Shout out to my channel member saying, what is your definition of a next-gen gaming experience? And what game, in your opinion, has or will meet that standard? Horizon Forbidden West is the very definition. I mean, I know it's on it's on PS4. But in my opinion, at least the Burning Shores, that DLC is the definition of next gen gaming. Regardless of how the jokes I crack and how much shit I talk about Aloy, that game is insane looking. It's fucking phenomenal, and they honestly speaking, Guerrilla should always be applauded for the technical work, for the artwork, everything they've put into that game. That is the true definition of a next gen game, at least the DLC, because again, that shit's on PS4. Another definition of a purely next gen game: Demon Souls fucking remake, baby. Yeah, Demon Souls fucking remake, baby. That game is another game where I would stop and just stare at the environments, and I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. So for me, a lot of it has to do with what features are available on the title, the graphics, the the graphics, the way the game looks and stands out, the added detail that's in the environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say gameplay, because Demon Souls remake gameplay is just Demon's fucking Souls. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. I can't think of any other game. Returnal, because it's not on last gen consoles, and the way. I'm sorry, I'm getting PTSD from Biome 3. Apologies. Slow-mo, take over, man. I'm getting PTSD.
Okay. Shout out to Gaming Forte with the $5 super chat. Says, hello family. Just making sure Slow-mo is being on his best behavior today, because he's a great man and I am lucky to do a podcast with him. He's awesome. Did I also say he's a great man? I would say that again, because he is. And then he says, we all know how he'll fly off the edge justifiably. Great show as always.
That justifiably was not there.
Yeah, it was. I saw that.
Okay, maybe get your glasses fixed, my boy.
I don't wear glasses. I
think it's his old age, Luca.
I have 20/20 vision. Even at 42, I have 20/20 vision. I got
40
better
who?
vision. 42.
42?
Yeah. And I don't wear glasses, unlike some people.
Wow. At least my knees still work, but go ahead.
Hey, can you see your knees?
Yeah, I can actually see my knees.
Are you sure they work?
I'm short, man. Of course I can see them. I'm close to the ground.
Do you even need knees being that short? You can just...
That's a good... Go trip on a fucking curb. Douchebag. So, anyway.
God gave you knees for no reason whatsoever. Anyway, thank you, Forte, for the...
you that fucking vision, but made you allergic to everything under the sun. Okay, all right, King. At least I could fucking eat a macadamia cookie without dying. All right.
Hey, look, that's just why we gotta go to biology.
Eggs too, okay? But anyway, I digress. Anyway, so I did y'all in the chat. What do you guys? Oh, what's up, Nautical? It's always good to see you. I can't wait for us to podcast together again. I was on RDX podcast this weekend, which Nautical was there too. So shout out to my boys over at RDX. If you're Xbox fans, go ahead and you guys already know what's up with Dealer and the boys. So let's see here. Dorian says not as good as Cyberpunk with path tracing. Wow, I cannot read.
Yeah, I would say that's the only next gen thing. Well, I would say two things in next gen. Minimum 60 frames per second is next gen. Okay.
Yes.
But also path tracing, which is the future of lighting effects and visuals for the it's more realistic if you look at path tracing and comparing in Cyberpunk, which is the only game that really implements it well. If you look at that in comparison to Cyberpunk at psycho settings with ray tracing on, you really see how the psycho settings that they thought what we're ray tracing on is just it's not realistic. It's overly lighting everything, and it doesn't look real, whereas path tracing looks like a real image, and that's the future, even though it's hardware can really run it right now, and nothing. Go ahead.
I've already seen the writing on the wall. You're gonna have to wait till next gen 2030 before you even have a taste of what this is, console guys. So just don't worry about path tracing.
They might see a little bit of it if they get their mid-gen refreshes.
They're currently on diet ray tracing. They haven't even got full ray tracing yet.
Yeah, and
So,
AMD's ray tracing sucks. It's like the worst version of ray tracing.
Exactly. So, I mean, we have to let them get real ray tracing first. Then you can have path tracing.
All right.
Good.
So, let's see here. Thank you, John the Don. Appreciate you. I did check out the Armored Core trailer, and I'm gonna buy it regardless. It's from Soft, but I've never played an Armored Core game, so I don't really know what it's about. I'm gonna give it a look. So, but it looks great, man. So,
Did you like mechs? Like mech combat?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I really don't actually like mechs, which is kind of crazy because I
don't like them either.
Like, my favorite Gundam show is G Gundam, and I am gonna check out that new Gundam anime. But like, I've just never really been like, I don't know what it is. Like, mechs are cool. They're cool, but I mean, I like Zoids too. But yeah.
But you know, even though I don't like mechs, when I watched that trailer, I did want to play that combat. Like just looking at like the mech, like using thrusters to dodge like enemy fire and everything. I was like, okay, I can see myself trying that. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I definitely want to give it a shot and see what's up with it.
I'm gonna love it because like Neon Genesis, oh man, anything with mechs is fantastic. And the new Gundam, I'm assuming that you're on about the Witch of Mars, Luca. The new Gundam
yes.
anime is complete flames. So enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I want to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Shout out to Brandon saying, Luca, I have to credit the goats. Shout out to Lena. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Shout out to Lena Khan and Jim Ryan. They are doing. Brandon, I can't take you seriously. Because he always speaks in like this happy-go-lucky tone. Okay. Shout out to Lena Khan and Jim Ryan. They're doing their best to stop the ABK deal. I wonder how Microsoft will respond. Luca, I can't wait for the filmic Redfall on Monday. Also, sorry to everyone that's having trouble with the Star Wars game. When will the devs release polished games day one? Enjoy your gaming, everyone. Thank you, Brandon. Shout out to Smitty saying, list of top 10 must watch podcasts. Don't have to be gaming, not hosted by a Scumcast panel member. I like that you included that. Every single podcast in the community is worth listening to. Shout out to everybody who has a podcast in the community. I'm not going to start naming them because if I forget somebody, I'm not trying to get jumped. Okay? I'm not trying to get jumped. So as for non-gaming podcasts, I will say, let's see here. The Weekly Planet is a fun podcast for they do reviews of TV shows, comics, movies. Yeah, TV shows, comics, and movies. Yeah, TV show. I'm just like running through it. TV shows, comics, and movies. So I like to listen to those guys. I have James and Mason. It's been a few months since I listened to them because I haven't been watching too much, but I like to listen to them. Is it James and Mason? Okay, well, the Weekly Planet podcast, I really enjoy that one. I used to listen to Call Her Daddy when Sophia was still there, but not anymore, I guess. So, but you know, I would still recommend that if you want a sex focused podcast. There's also this other sex focused podcast called Horrible Decisions, and it's like horror for horrible, you know what okay. So you can check them out. It's a black hosted sex positive podcast. Let's see here. What other shows? I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like if I'm watching a TV show and I like what I like to do is if I'm watching a show is I'll go back and I'll try to find a podcast that does recaps of the show, reviews of the shows, and I like to listen to that. I used to listen to like all the after show TV, you know what I'm saying, for shows. That was a lot of fun, so I enjoyed that, but it was like never really holding one or two down, if you get what I'm saying. Like it was just for whatever show I just happened to be watching. What other podcasts do I listen to? I think that's mostly it. I listen to a lot of podcasts analyzing and discussing and breaking down TV show episodes because I do enjoy that. Is there some? Okay, I do enjoy that element of media. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay, cool. Let's see here. See you later, Spencer. New Rory and Maul and Mallory Bros are dope podcast. Nice vibes. Yeah, I actually used to listen to the Joe Budden podcast before Rory and Maul left. So, anyway, um, let's see here. Am I not an adult super savage spirit? Kai Cenat's friend might be innocent. Ooh, okay. Definitely waiting for more information on that. Um, so yeah. Okay. What about you? I mean, do you guys listen to the podcast?
Yes. For me, so I like true crime, although I don't listen to too much true crime recently. But I would say probably one of the better true crime podcasts was Serial, and that's SERIAL Serial, and the whole crime of the murder of I forgot the girl's name, but the her ex-boyfriend was put in jail for it for like 20 years, and he may be innocent. A lot of people that they're debating it, but like that podcast is really good, and all the other podcasts that kind of cropped up out of it were also good. So I like true crime stuff. I also like this podcast called The Old Man and the Three, which
Of course, you would
is
like that.
um The Old Man and the Three is a podcast with JJ Redick, he's a retired NBA player, and they get really down into like the details of like certain players and just like all the like, if you're really big into basketball, you really enjoy it. And as far as gaming goes, because I'll listen to so many podcasts, this would take forever, so I'll just do two more. There is a movie podcast that I like, and I kind of want to base, like, due to this podcast being so good, I kind of wanted to do a movie podcast one day as well. But
Movie podcasting would be fun.
Film Sack. Sorry, I said to say Game Sack. Film Sack is an amazing movie podcast. It's really good. And as far as gaming goes, this gaming podcast it's like an offshoot of the very first gaming podcast I ever listened to. The very first gaming podcast I ever listened to was called Weekend Confirmed, and it was amazing. And there's everyone that's been on that now has like moved on to do great things in the gaming industry. But another podcast that cropped up out of that is called DLC, and this featuring good grief, I can't remember their names. But it's a good podcast. Just look up DLC podcast, and they've been going on for a while now. But it's a really, really good, high quality podcast. And I will stop there.
Nice. Singer?
The only podcasts I listen to are either gaming or esports. So, but that still counts as gaming. And there were way too many to name, so I'm not even going to attempt it.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. We only here for one topic. Oh, I mean, that could be anything. I'm assuming it was the CMA stuff. So,
Pretty much, yeah.
all right. So shout out to all my channel members. List them off, and then if there's nothing else to talk about, we'll just head on out. Let me just pull the. Oh yeah, I'm not again for anyone who missed it. I will not be here on Saturday. I'm going to Boston, so there won't be a show because I'm flying out on Saturday. Yeah, I'm flying out next Saturday. But I will be doing videos throughout the week because I have nothing else going on for me. Anyway, shout out to Smoke saying, Luca. What did you say, Luca? What did you say? Okay, he just posted this saying, "Hi Luca, peace, love, and life to all." Shout out to Yobi. I just want to say, everyone, just enjoy your games. Don't let anyone's opinion on them sour your experience with your game. I'm in a small corner of Southern Africa. In 2021, I lost my business to a fire, and 3 months later, my fiance died in an accident. Not to bring the mood down, but escape through gaming was a big part of how I got through all that. Gaming is powerful. If we're enjoying it, we all win. So just be kind to one another. Life is short. Smokes, I am so sorry to hear of those recent tragedies. I mean, it's only been 2 years or so since all that happened. I never would have guessed that was what was going on. You've always come through and you've always shown nothing but respect and kindness and positivity through your
Facts.
super chat messages. You've always known how to have a good time. Even when you would disagree with us on the panel, you were never disrespectful. You always, you know how to balance things out. And the fact that you've gone through such a tragedy, I'm sorry about that, man. And I'm happy that you're still here, and I'm happy you're here and you come and you hang out with us because we love seeing you. And I agree with you. Gaming is powerful. Again, when I was saying earlier, we should have extra hobbies. It's mostly because y'all can't get the fuck off Twitter, okay? But gaming is powerful. I will agree. I will give my own example. Gaming kept me from offing myself. Like, I know I'm saying it flippantly, but I was extremely depressed. There are still times I get extremely depressed, and gaming, when I started gaming hardcore and focusing on that escapism, it acted as a good way to remind me that there's so many interesting and fun things that exist in this world. Like, there's so many interesting and fun stories, and like, storytelling is such a big thing for me. World building is such a big thing for me. I'm thinking about Mass Effect and Dragon Age, particularly because those are the games I was playing during that period of time. I was extremely depressed. So, shout out to you, my boy. Got nothing but, of course, love and respect for you and everybody else who comes through and spends their night with us. Like, I may have a very small channel, but I feel like, we're all very connected to one another. We enjoy one another. You know what I'm saying? We like to crack jokes. We like to go back and forth. For the most part, everyone is relatively respectful, despite some heavy disagreements, because I got PlayStation guys and Xbox guys in my chat. But for the most part, everyone knows how to keep it respectful. And the people who don't, we call them out. We're like, I need you to chill, like, cut it out. You know what I'm saying? And I make it a point to tell whoever, like, again, you guys know what's up. So, but I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and all my channel members. I appreciate and love you guys too. You guys have held me down, and I would not be not my phone saying wrap it up, bitch. Okay, I would not be here if not for y'all.
I really wish you did say that.
Your phone has AI.
We live with Siri. Siri just comes in.
Siri pops up. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Okay, so shout out to Lino, Drav, Gregor, Cassie, Samurai Black, Spencer, Blue Mustang, Damon, Tevin, H Dog. Shout out to H Dog. H Dog's been putting out that work. Shout out to you, my boy. Putting on that work on that YouTube channel, man. Keep it up, man. Derek, Stankmaw, King Metrotron, Meat Puppet, Screwed, Phil, Mr. Dolo Gaming, DQ, John the Don, Smokes, Jarinza, Stardust, Outlaw, Risk It, Stone, Dexflex, Starbuck, Kenny, DC, Shogun, Mike, It's Me Baby, Big Daddy, Smitty, Long Game Larry, Amon, Plus on the Block Podcast, El Huito, Sub Negros or X-Man, Yobi, MJ, Jazzy, Erotimus, Inbandy, Dom, Sir Duck, Sycamore, Zion, Denal Brisky, Corey, Light Strife, J Bari, who gifted 5 memberships when he was here last show. So shout out to my boy Bari for that. RK, Pepitio, Nautical, Jet, Brandon, Envy, Jarrell, Slomo, and Hannibal. Shout out to you guys. Nothing but love and respect. Shout out to everyone who hung out in the chat and had a good time with us. Shout out to everyone who listens later. Just value your loved ones, guys. Just, of course, Impatient. Love you guys too. Love you too, Erasmus. It's very, very easy to get wrapped up in this console war shit. But I am of the mind, again, if you are getting to the point where a fandom is ruining your enjoyment of something, I need y'all take a break. That's your cue to take a fucking break. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, no stranger on the internet is gonna make me fucking feel bad and make me not want to play a game. You know what I'm saying? So that's me personally. Anyway, great show. Singer, always appreciate having you here and being here late. I love that for me. Love your opinions and your I mean, maybe I don't love your opinions, but I love hearing your
Hey, I mean, at least you're honest. At least you're honest.
I love hearing your perspectives on things because it's always a shock what's gonna come out of your mouth. You know, I'm just like, what? But yeah, so shout out to you. Thanks for coming through. And Slomo, you know, you my brother. Let me talk about I talk to Slomo almost every single day, multiple times a day. I'll just call him about like one small thing. We'll talk, and then I'm like, all right, bye. And then we'll just talk throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is my shaky knees.
I knew it was coming. Something knee related was coming.
Gray and beard ass brother, and I got nothing but love for him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Slomo.
Okay.
Okay.
So, thanks, I guess. You know, the shaky knee, gray beard man. Like I feel like people are probably think I'm like that cartoon. I can't remember what cartoon it is, but the guy's got like a cane and he's like literally a stick, and his legs are just shaking, and he's got like a beard that comes down to his kneecap. You know,
My man Slomo comes out looking like Saruman when he comes out of the tower.
Looking like the fucking what is that? I can't even think of his name. Never mind. It was gonna be a good joke too, but I can't remember the name.
I was gonna, in the spirit of like trying to get these losers who are so uptight about gaming to get some new hobbies. I was gonna make some recommendations of graphic novels that people could read. One, I just, even though it came out maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, I just kind of found out about it. It's called it's a graphic novel called Something is Killing the Children. It's really good. It's made by, creator is this guy named James Tyrion. And it's just really good. It's actually, I read the first volume, and I'm now reading. I literally today bought all the rest of the available volumes because it's that good. It's like about monsters are real and only children can see them, and the monsters really are stalking kids. Kids really do kind of like feel like there's a monster in the closet. It really is a monster in the closet, but adults can't see them. And so there is this girl that kind of goes town to town hunting the monsters that are literally killing children, and children are
Go ahead and
disappearing.
send me the name of that. That sounds interesting.
It's called, yeah, Something is Killing the Children.
Please send me the. You know, I'm not gonna remember.
Okay, I'll send it. But it's bloody, it's brutal. I mean, you're seeing decapitated, cut in half, people all over the place. It's wild. Did they ever make I don't think they could adapt this into a TV show or a movie, because people usually, Hollywood shies away from actually seeing children. Like,
Which I personally appreciate myself, but that's
yeah,
just
like
me.
the most you would get is like It. Like Stephen King's It, where it's like, you know, Pennywise is killing kids, but you don't see the visceral nature of it. No, this gets deep into it, and it's pretty wild. It's very good. That, and I recommend Fables, which is pretty older, but I want to reread. I have the entire Fables like graphic novel series already, and I'm just going to reread them because they're that good. Fables is what A Wolf Among Us, Telltale's A Wolf Among Us is based off of. And A Wolf Among Us is just really, they Telltale writers captured the essence of Fables, but Fables is just so much better than just that. It's awesome. I recommend, and that's a completed series. And I would recommend everyone read that too. So, you know, and get some other entertainment in your life instead of just games, because y'all be out here tripping.
For real though, like you really make me think that y'all don't have, like, not y'all, but like some people on Twitter especially really don't have anything else like going on, and it's just kind of like, you spend all day on Twitter. Like, remote work is great in some instances, but I
Mhm.
think not having that social element is killing people's personalities. Now that being said, people have always been nuts on Twitter, so maybe I'm just talking shit. All right. Anyway, let's get the fuck up out of here. I love you guys so much. Hugs and kisses. I'll catch y'all for another episode. And shout out to my cousin who listens to this show. I had no idea. Shout out to him. And I'll catch y'all for another one. Peace.